Hey there guys, it's Mia here. I am so excited. As always, my garden with my garden babies. You know, I always want to show you them. All right, but it's decision time. So this quick live is for those of you who have been thinking about attending my next live event in November called Profit the Experience. And it's decision time. As I mentioned to you guys just maybe 2.5 weeks ago, the tickets went live on pre-sale, which meant that I gave anyone who has already worked with me before, created amazing results, which is so many of you here, attended any live events, attended my webinars, purchased my coaching, my training, done VIP days with me. Those who know the experience, you know the impact of the experience, you know the change that's happened inside of you as a result of you saying yes to yourself. I gave you the opportunity to attend my next event in November for half off during pre-sale. And pre-sale meant that we could put the event up, and because of the trust that you had, because of the results that you created, I gave you half off, right? So many of you guys have already purchased your tickets, and I told you that the pre-sale price would go away, and it's going to go away this week. So, and that means that the VIP ticket for the training event, which is an advisory experience, and it's very much high level for those of you who want to take what you're doing, package what you're doing, elevate what you're doing based on what works today, and want your new path to monetization. What are the new things that are working today so that you can monetize what you're doing at the highest level? And how can you work with models and within models that give you greater ease and grace, which you know since the beginning of time is the only thing that I've been teaching you guys. And I've never built a business dancing on Instagram, and I never will, okay? And I share what I do, and the reason that my clients are successful is because I'm only sharing the things that I actually do. Now it's decision time for you to be in the room, and I know this. I know that if you have been listening to this video, wanting to come, and you haven't pulled the trigger yet, there's no way you're coming in November for double the amount, right? So that's the reality. So if you have decided that you want to be in the room, and you want a VIP ticket, which includes, the ticket includes the training all 3 days, It includes equally girls' night out on Friday night, which is going to be awesome. I'm having fun planning that. And a VIP coaching session with only VIP ticket holders on Saturday night. If you have decided, and meals at each of the sessions, you decided that you want to be in the room, you need to get your ticket today. And, you know, listen, you have to be a decider. You can't be an indecider. You have to be a decider, and that's how we change our lives. Like in the life that I've built for myself, that I love, the work that I get to do, and working with the people that I get to work with, they've been a result of the decision making that I've made, not the indecision of not choosing powerfully for myself, of not deciding, of waiting, of wanting, of doing it myself. This is the thing, and I share these things with you guys from my heart, because sometimes what we are expecting is to have something that we already have inside of us. Like the one of the things I say to my kids all the time is, you become what you practice. You get what you want based on how you practice. Okay, so a lot of times people practice waiting, delays, excuses, all of those things, and that's what you get more of. And then meanwhile, and conversely, when I have clients who practice decision making, implementation, action taking, investing in themselves quickly, what do they get? They get people to invest with them quickly. Why? Because they have invested in themselves, and they've learned what they need to do, and therefore their lives change, their businesses change. So this is not rocket science. All right. If you've already attended any of my events online, you know that the Giant Experience Master Training, which is phenomenal, whether you attended in person or whether you've attended a virtual training, which they're all phenomenal. Hundreds of people have attended it. And the investment for a virtual ticket is $2,497. You get to get a VIP ticket with meals included, a girls' night soiree, laser coaching in person, up close and in person, right, for the same amount. It's a gift for those of you who are about about it. And I want to say it that way because sometimes I'm going to try to get close to my plant and it'll look like it's in my hair, right? But the reality is that my neighbor's sending me a text because I took his trash can in, his recycling in. But the reality is that you get to choose. And I've given you the opportunities, and I promise you there are no exceptions. So do not listen when the page changes this week. I don't want anybody to say, oh man, I missed it. This is your moment. This is when you have to take that action. All right. And like I told you guys, I'm not announcing the day. I'm not going to do a countdown. It's not, is it 3 days? Is it 2 days? Is it 1 day? It's now. And why am I doing that? Because I'm looking for deciders. Like I like working with people who can make decisions because they're the people that implement the most. And people who don't make decisions, quite frankly, or who are always in indecision, they don't implement. They make excuses. And they just do things that don't make sense that allow the ultimate result to happen. So I hope this supports you. You know, what's going to happen all weekend long? Y'all know the magic happens in the room. It's private advisement for a subset of high-level women who are action takers, right, who share with one another. Every person will leave with knowing and understanding, based on today's time, how to elevate their profitability models, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly what I have been doing, how to market to bring right clients to you, okay, without killing yourself, how I've been able to work from the comfort of my home for 20 plus years as a coach, as a consultant, as a trainer professionally, how I've been able to build a business that has attracted thousands of people who have invested with me, and hundreds of personal clients I've had the opportunity to work with personally. Now, if you haven't done any of those things and you want to just understand, how do I do those things? How can I do those things? Maybe I want to change my models and I want to work from my home. Okay, come on. I'll show you. Maybe you want to understand how to double your prices. Maybe you want to know how to grow your revenue to 6 figures in your consulting business, not in what you're doing with your salary, okay? And I say it that way because a lot of times I'll have people who I speak with who will say, well, I'm already making 6 figures. It's like you have a job, okay? And it's beautiful, right, to do what you love to do and work and be trained that way. We're talking about in your own business, right? We're talking about you independently knowing how to close business based on your knowledge. And if we look at how things have trended this year for so many women over the last year of them losing their jobs, this is about having the power to have options for yourself. That's the conversation I'm having, okay? That's it. So if you're that person and you want the power to take all those years of experience and leverage all of those years of experience and go to work for yourself, I am talking directly and specifically to you. If you don't understand the difference of that, I'm not talking to you, all right? So you have an opportunity, right? At the event, you know, I get you guys to show up like the giants that you are and to own every single great thing about you, all your background, your expertise, and your experience. And for you to understand that playing small is out of alignment with where you're meant to be. So sometimes you may already be in business, in your consulting business, and things aren't working. Why are they not working? Because you're out of alignment. You're playing a smaller game than you need to. And I'm going to call y'all all out, right? This coming November 6th, 7th, and 8th is when the master training is for that weekend. I guess I'm calling the master training, but it's actually just a high-level strategic advisement session with women who are highly actionable. And it's going to be fire in the room, just like it always is. The only way in is you can get a ticket, a VIP ticket, okay, which right now is half off during pre-sale, okay, it's a gift. And I already told you it's going to change this week. Or you can come through my mastermind if you want 6 months of support with me to work alongside of me in a more intimate way. You also get access to the ticket, and you get a guarantee, which is you'll hit 6 figures in your business and or double your current prices, or I work with you for free until you do. And you know I'm not trying to work with you for free. Okay, you know, so we're going to do this. And it requires an interview. So if that's something you are interested in learning more about, consulting with me in that way, you need to DM me, inbox me, email me, depending on how you're seeing this message, all right? So that's how you can come to this event. I am on a mission to support more women in understanding that a man is not a plan and your job is not a plan. And for those of you who know that, maybe you've experienced some layoffs this year or some demotions or something that's made you, or just maybe you're still working and you're not feeling as valued. You need to be in the room to learn how to use the gifts you have to package what you know at the highest and most elevated level, to be able to charge and stand in your value, to know how to market in a way to bring the ideal clients to you without killing yourself, okay? Without dancing on TikTok, okay? Without having to tell your story every single day. I want you to understand that this is for you, all right? I love you guys, and I look forward to talking to you soon. I look forward to seeing you in November. So don't wait. Grab your ticket. There'll be information somewhere along this page, wherever you're seeing this, and I'll